Hey everybody, you're watching NewzMakerz who influence the world. So you know that one kid on the playground when you were growing up, everybody kind of bullied him, he picked on him, and then finally one day he just got so mad, he just went crazy. I wouldn't say that happened in this case with Canada and closing its embassy in Iran, but it's definitely out of the ordinary. It's because of human rights violations, correct?
Well, let me give you the whole the spiel on this. Yeah. The first thing is Canada, the foreign minister, John Baird, was in Russia when he made the announcement. He held a press conference during an APEC summit, and he made this announcement that they're closing the Iranian embassy in Ottawa. Okay. So what does Tehran do? In retaliation, they also close the Canadian embassy in Tehran. So it was a tit for tat.
Wow.
Now, the foreign minister makes the grounds known based on three issues. One, that Iran is a state sponsor of terror. Two, it supports the Assad regime, who is in violation of every kind of human rights violations that you can imagine through the brutal massacre that we're seeing of killing of his own people. And the third issue is that Iran violates human rights principles in its own country. We all know the case of the Iranian Canadian reporter Zahra Kazemi, who was killed in Evin prison. Mm-hmm. There was no accountability on that front, and there are other Canadian Iranian people who are now in Iranian prisons. So I think Canada has had enough, and it stood its ground.
So do you think this is going to have a domino effect with other Western countries? Do you think they're going to follow suit and start closing their embassies in Iran?
Well, that's something that we need to wait and see, whether or not other Western countries would follow suit. Remember, it's very hard to piss Canada off.
Yeah.
Now, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, during the standoff the United States had against Cuba, Canada maintained its relationship with Cuba.
Okay.
But in this particular case, it took an initiative ahead of every other Western democratic country, and it closed down its embassy. Now the question is, what other steps would Canada advocate and promote other Western nations to do? But it was a brave move on the part of Canada, and it really showed that Canadian people do care about human rights, and obviously they showed it and demonstrated it in action, and not simply in words.
Canada is an American. I have to say that I'm very proud of you. Definitely shutting off all routes to types of maple syrup to Iran is definitely a win for the West.
That's absolutely true. The Iranian embassy staff are absolutely devastated because they can't take back souvenirs from Canada to Iran anymore. No more Blue Jays shirts, no more hockey pucks, and like you said, no more maple syrup.
Way to go, Canada. Well, we'll definitely keep you updated as this story develops. Who knows what's yet to come? You're watching NewzMakerz who influence the world.